The history of the UFC Featherweight Championship dates back to November 20th, 2010. It was on that day, following a high-profile promotional merger, the World Extreme Cage Fighting strap officially became a UFC title. Featherweight great Jose Aldo was the man who held the crown at the time and already defended the title twice prior to the merger. For this video, we'll be taking a closer look at every fighter who has held this prestigious championship since its inception. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, then please be sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at every featherweight champion in UFC history. Number 1. Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo's first title defense under the UFC banner took place back on April 30th, 2011 at UFC 129. That evening, the Brazilian striker defeated Mark Hominick via unanimous decision. From there, Aldo would go on to enjoy a remarkable title reign that lasted 1,848 days, which is currently the longest featherweight championship run in UFC history. During that span, Aldo defeated several big-name stars and essentially cleaned out the majority of the division. Frankie Edgar, Chad Mendes, and the Korean zombie Chan Sung Jung are just a few of the high-profile fighters who unsuccessfully challenged Aldo for the gold. After defeating Mendes for the second time at UFC 179, it looked as though Aldo had a firm hold on the featherweight division. However, a rising star out of Dublin, Ireland, named Conor McGregor, would put an end to his reign and go on to become the biggest star the sport of mixed martial arts has ever seen. Number 2. Conor McGregor. The notorious Conor McGregor was able to do what so many talented featherweights could not: defeat Jose Aldo. Moreover, he did so in spectacular fashion by KOing the longest-reigning featherweight king in just 13 seconds. This monumental victory helped solidify the Irishman's status as an MMA megastar. However, despite his landmark victory, McGregor's featherweight title run wasn't particularly noteworthy. After a pair of epic battles with Nate Diaz at welterweight, the Dublin native set his sights on Eddie Alvarez and the UFC Lightweight Championship. At UFC 205, McGregor managed to add to his legacy by defeating Alvarez and becoming a two-division champion. After capturing the lightweight strap, the UFC decided to strip McGregor of his featherweight title before he ever had a chance to defend it. The Notorious One officially held the championship for 350 days. Following his title's loss, McGregor made a permanent move to lightweight and occasionally competes as a welterweight. Number 3. Jose Aldo. With McGregor out of the picture, Jose Aldo quickly re-established himself as the division's top dog. Shortly after losing his belt, Jose Aldo went on to defeat Frankie Edgar for the interim featherweight title at UFC 200. Once McGregor was officially stripped of his belt, the UFC opted to promote Aldo to undisputed champion. Of course, Aldo's second reign would end up being far shorter than his first. This time around, Aldo was unable to defend the undisputed strap even a single time. The man who dethroned him was an elite striker named Max "Blessed" Holloway. Holloway and Aldo clashed for the first time in 2017 at UFC 212. While the fight was initially competitive, Holloway managed to put his opponent away with a third-round TKO. In doing so, he ended Aldo's 189-day title run. Number 4. Max Holloway. At UFC 218, Max "Blessed" Holloway reaffirmed his status as the king of the featherweight division by defeating Jose Aldo once again in December of 2017. Holloway's exciting stand-up game made him a fan favorite while allowing him to defend his title on 3 separate occasions successfully. During his reign, the proud Hawaiian managed to put on a striking clinic against Brian Ortega at UFC 231 and also retained his title at UFC 240 by defeating Frankie Edgar. At the time, Holloway looked to be on the verge of enjoying a lengthy title run when he ran into a roadblock in the form of Alexander Volkanovski. In December of 2019, at UFC 245, Volkanovski managed to beat Holloway to the punch and earned a hard-fought decision victory to become the new featherweight champ. The "Blessed" era on the featherweight division lasted for a total of 925 days. Number 5. Alexander Volkanovski. The reigning UFC featherweight champion is Australian-born former rugby player Alexander Volkanovski. He is currently sporting an impressive 22-1 record as a professional fighter and is ranked number 4 among the pound-for-pound best. prior to capturing the gold, Volkanovski had overcome some of the division's best, including the likes of Chad Mendes and even former champion Jose Aldo. While his victory over Holloway at UFC 245 was relatively decisive, Volkanovski had his hands full when the two met for a second time on Fight Island in July of 2020. In their UFC 251 rematch, Max Holloway appeared to be getting the better of the champ in the early going. Still, Volkanovski managed to do enough in the later rounds to retain his title via split decision. That said, many fans and pundits, including UFC President Dana White, scored the fight in favor of Max Holloway. Now, Alexander Volkanovski is scheduled to defend his title against top contender Brian Ortega at UFC 266. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Apart from that, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.